Hello everyone, welcome back. Another episode of Bitcoin Trade here, and I'll do a quick chart analysis here. Not much about news I want to talk about, but anyways, what you're looking at is this trend line here. It's been a very long resistance line. It's just from this point to this point, but if I back out, you'll see it kind of parallels a very longer trend line here. I guess you could say that particular trend line, like I said, it's just a recent point from here to here, but you see it touches on right here. So if you look at this, it's really a recent trend line here, but it goes along with very parallel to this trend line down here. So let's see what happens if I make a line. I'm just gonna have fun with this here. Let's just make this line here to this line here. Let's see where we get. Very close, very close. It's if I took this line, it actually will hit up against where it actually stopped. So let's zoom back in now real quick to a 12-hour. So that's the line that I just made, and you see where it stopped. This being the more recent and the break. Will it break above that? It looks like it's going to. It's been teetering up and down here, but the fact that it broke past it and beyond 160, at least on Bitfinex, and I'm on a 12-hour. That's the current price right now, but it also broke above 250, which I always thought it was very important, that number, very psychological. And so if you're wondering why it stopped there and why didn't it just break out and just go through, well, there's the other trend line that pretty much is determining where the resistance is. And so there you have it. As far as I can see, I don't see why it would just stop right there. It's been a lot of pent-up demand, in my opinion, on have this moving upwards. Couple things, and I'll recap on that, is the fact that you've seen this move up here, very strong move up as well. It did pull back, and that was the first sign. Lower. This is the low and higher low. This is the recent high, then a higher high, and then it pulled back and try to move again, and you see now this has kind of been a resistance right here, these 2 points. And the difference now between this move up and this pull back, and this move up and this pull back, is that you'll see that the price action is now above the 25 period average, and this is weighted average here, and then you see that moved up and pulled back, but now you see it bouncing off of the 25 period average. At some point it was bouncing off the 10 period average on top, moving upwards. It did consolidate just a little bit here before now that it just broke out, and you can see this time frame here that it looks like it was it broke through this particular trend line, this one in particular. And then you see that it stopped right here, this being the longer, very longer trend line. Does it have enough momentum to push through? I think it does. A couple reasons. It is above 250, and it doesn't quite hit this high. This move did not reach this high yet, but I think if you give it enough time, there's probably enough momentum to push it higher. How high, I don't know. But if it reached 260, definitely look for 280. If you look at these numbers, they're very psychological, just something people just remember. People remember 250, so if it's above 250, that's a good sign. If it goes 260, people just remember that, and people are going to look for 280. And so those are some things that you got to look for. Ultimately, you want it to really go the 300 and push up over 300, and then I think you really got some bona fide uh, move, a trend on the upward, um, going up, breaking out of this downward trend. Finally moved sideways for a very long I wouldn't say very long time, but for a time it did move sideways, and now it's breaking up. How long will it go? I don't know. I'm not sure, but you just have to look for the pricing right around here. Let's see here. So this high right here, 3 something. So somewhere around 316, 318. You know, whatever this high is. Let me see, what was this high? It was 315. So this high was 315. So this particular high right here was 315. So the next target probably be 315. I wouldn't consider this a target because it's so close to already breaking through. So 315 is probably the next marker, at least psychological marker, to hit once it hits up there. There's a lot of things going on. You got U.S. Marshall sees Bitcoin auctions coming soon, but I think that's gonna really drive the price up because if the bidders don't win, and I think there's gonna be a lot more bidders, if the bidders don't win in the auction, they're going to probably just go to the markets and buy the Bitcoins. So they know where they made a bid for. If they didn't get it, that means someone higher paid for it. So there's a good chance that if that price is higher than the market price, these losing bidders will go to the open market and just go ahead and buy those Bitcoins. And so my opinion is that this particular auction will definitely get a premium out of, because it's at these price levels you're really getting a great bargain. I think you're getting a great bargain. There's if I had a chance to purchase that many Bitcoins without driving the price up, I try, especially around these pricing levels here. So we'll see what happens. So it's broken out of this trend. The longer trend is right here. I really think it's going to break through because I'll look right here at the momentum, and this is on a 12-hour, and you'll see a couple things here. You'll see that it's been, and I expected to see some downward momentum before, and momentum to go back up. This particular area really probably tested a lot of people's I guess faith in how long the Bitcoin was gonna, well, it's gonna test your faith in your long position of Bitcoin. And I bet you a lot of people, when it hit the bottom and it started going below this 25 period average, a lot of people probably sold out thinking that it was gonna break downwards. Unfortunately for them, they missed out on this very large move here. And see right here, right now, you see it's hitting and it's just playing around in there. I think over time it'll probably push up higher because people who play it smart, they're holding on to their positions, their long positions in Bitcoin, and it seems to be proven here, and then here, that people are really holding their positions in Bitcoin. 250, I think, is the mark that is going to break out on this. That's just my opinion. I've been saying 250 has always been a psychological mark, 250 and 200, but because it was ranging here for around 225 for a while, and then it was moving upwards and slowly moving upwards, and just finally is breaking through. So it's the beginning of a trend upwards. It's going to be a long, and trends tend to last a long time. And so this period here, if you've traded and you kept your gains in Bitcoin during this time frame. I would say even this time frame here, from here all the way here, if you were trading during this time frame and you're keeping your gains in Bitcoin, you are in a really great position. There's probably no reason for you to really sell your position in Bitcoin, because now you're going to enjoy the benefits of the trend and let everyone else move the price up for you, and you can just sit back and watch the price go up, or go down as well. But when it goes down, you don't have to worry about it, because you've already committed your position in Bitcoin. So the nice thing is, and this is the great part about having that position, that long position that you have, that you've been holding onto your Bitcoins for, is that now you can use those Bitcoins and watch the price go up. So you could still use those Bitcoins. You could perform arbitrage with your long position. At the same time, you can also enjoy the trend going up, the rise in value. I mean, you can start doing a lot of things. You can still trade with your Bitcoins, as long as I would say you would probably do a butterfly trade, always keeping the amount of Bitcoins, your long position, in play, but at the same time you're able to trade your position as well. And all this time while it's going up, if you're still maintaining or trying to keep some portion of your gains in Bitcoin, nothing wrong with that. I think that would be an ideal, because you're still, if I'm right, and this is a trend that's starting to move up. I don't know how high it'll move up. It may be a slow progress. It may move up and down, but it's not going down anymore, which is the important thing. The trend is not going down anymore. And so a steady upward trend is better for me, in my position anyway, because I've set myself up in a long position, and at the same time, you can use those Bitcoins. So you get like a quadruple benefit. It really pays to have that position. And so that's my short episode here. Don't have too much to talk about. I could look at the RSI really quick. Let me see here. Let's have a look at the RSI really quick. There we go. And my thoughts on the RSI is, once it hit up here, which is this, that there would be a really good chance, and I mentioned this, that you would stay above, very close or above the 50. So every time it moves above the 50 here, and let me see if I can get that. Okay, so here you go. It broke above the 50, hit the 70, came back, played around here a little bit, and you'll notice that the price action is below the 25 period average. Then all of a sudden it moved up, and now it's bouncing on top. It did dip a little bit below, which was right in this area, but if you see here, it stayed above the 25 period average. These are the things you want to look for. These are good signs that it's an upward trend, or the trend is moving up. And you see a large spike here, hasn't reached 70. I have a feeling that it'll pause here for a little bit, and then it'll hit up to 70, and that last push to 70 doesn't seem like a lot, but on the price chart it will be a lot. That's just my opinion, that it'll be a big push when it hits that 70, and when it comes back down, it'll stay above 50, and that's what you want to look for. You want to see a very long, you want these lines to be above 7 at 50 to 70, or very close to 50, and you want it to just play in this top portion, because it's really going to make it go up the trend go up. Anyways, I think that's about it. Feel free to comment, like, dislike, leave a video response. Until next time, stay tuned. Bye.